Hi, everyone. How are you guys? Hi, Brandy. Hi, Faith. Hi, Abby. Happy New Year from Panama. Happy New Year. Happy New Year's, everyone. Oh my God. I am so excited to be here today. Hi. Hi, Christopher. Hey. Happy New Year. I'm just going to give people a second to start coming in. I'm going to start shuffling the cards, but I want to say Happy New Year's to everybody. Happy New Year, Stacy. Hi. Hi, Shira. Welcome. Happy New Year. So you guys are going to hear noises throughout this because of all the fireworks and stuff and my dog scratching. So just ignore that. Thank you, Stacy. Hello. Ah, John's here. Hello. Hello. The butterfly effect. Happy New Year. Hi. Awesome. All right, guys. All right, so Happy New Year, everyone. What a year this has been. For me, 2018 was the year of transformation. And I think that was really awesome. Like, I can see more of the positive side of all of that because I feel like the people who we were at the beginning of the year and the people who we are now are like totally different. And I think that was all so intentional. I think looking back, I can understand why everything happened. Like I can understand divine timing now. I understand divine intervention, and I just understand so much more. And I'm the type of person that I love getting older because I feel like I get wiser. And I just feel like this is one of those years that was a pivotal year, and it taught me so much. I know it taught you guys all so much about yourselves and about lives and about, you know, the people in your life. Like for me, I think there was a lot of rearranging, and it was all for the best. It really was all for the best. So I know that 2018 was a hard year for a lot of people. I know that there was a lot of awakening and a lot of dark night of the soul. But again, all of that has a purpose. There's a reason why you go through all of that. And it's so beautiful to look back and just be grateful for your journey. So I hope that you guys are able to have a little bit more of there were some big things. And I think a lot of it was self-limiting beliefs. I think a lot of it was not knowing your value, right? Boundaries needing to be put into place. So it wasn't anything terrible. And it's honestly something that's going to help you more with this next year, which 2019 to me looks beautiful. Like, I don't know if you guys feel the energy, but to me, 2019 just feels like there's so much good coming forward. So I am so excited. And actually that did just remind me that tonight is the last night to get $50 off a 2019 reading. Hold on, my dog is scratching like crazy. I'm just gonna let her in, and hopefully she's not too much. Come on, come on, come here, come here. Say hello, say hi, say hi. So this is what was scratching at the door. All right. So anyways, so yeah, 2019, you guys, is going to be so amazing. And I have so much in store for you guys. There's going to be a lot of changes with my channel. And that is because I'm just getting so many ideas of ways to help. And I hope you guys will stick around with me for the journey. I think you guys will really like what is to come. I really, really quickly just wanted to say thank you. I'm sure you guys watch like tons of readers and stuff. So it really means a lot to me that so many of you watch me and give me like nice feedback. That means so much to me. So thank you so much. I like truly, truly, truly appreciate it. You guys really have no idea how much you mean to me. And I only do this because of you. Like if no one watched my videos, I wouldn't do this. So I know that tonight's message is going to be for a lot of you who are here. For a lot of you who have been, if you've been really resonating with my energy, then tonight's reading is going to be really, really good. So I just wanted to say thank you. And I'm so excited for the growth that the channel is going to have in the next year. The next thing I wanted to just mention to you guys was about Rising Community. So I have a lot of exciting ideas for Rising Community. If you don't know what that is my private coaching group where I work with people one-on-one in a like group setting. One of our members is here. Actually, two of our members are here. We have Nicole and Stacy who are here. And thank you girls for being here. Thank you. That means so much to me. And that group really means so much to me because I do this to help people. You know, I really, really, really want to make a difference. And it means so much to me to be able to help you guys and talk to you guys over there. And there's just been so much, I've just seen so much positive change. And I want more of you to take advantage of that. You know, take advantage of that. Like, I'm here to help. So if you need help, ask for help. And there's so many amazing, beautiful souls in there. We do, every Wednesday, I release a module, and that's for you to sit down with, listen to the content, and reflect over your own personal life and kind of coach yourself, you know, especially if you can't afford to work with someone one-on-one. It's a really good way to work with yourself and to really reflect into yourself if you use those modules properly. And into this next year, I want to start getting more personal, you know, more like in-depth stuff, deeper reflection. So I'm really excited about that. We do a reading every Saturday, and you do get 10% off all of my services after your first month. So that's something to think about if you're just kind of needing community this year. This is a number 3 year. So it is about like community and celebration. So if that's something that you're interested in, the link should be down below in this video, but it's on my website and it's on every video. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Thank you so much, Shira. Oh my God. Thank you. I'm happy that you were drawn to me. Beautiful. Yeah, thank you. What else did I want to mention? I'm going to be sharing more on Instagram. That's something that I'm going to be opening up with more. So if you guys have Instagram and you guys kind of want a little bit more like information about like my thought process and things like that and how I work through things and just like inspirational quotes, I really want to start letting that out over there. So if you're kind of just needing like a pick me up, eventually I want to get to the point where those are like daily or something like that, but I'm just easing my way into things. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say, you guys. I'm just going to pop into the comments really quick and just see what's going on, and then we'll go ahead and start the reading. Thank you guys for all the beautiful comments. Happy New Year. Okay, guys. Yes, thank you guys so much for all being here. Thank you, Yo Mama. That comment is very sweet. Thank you. I really do try. And that's definitely one of my goals for this new year. I want to give you guys more, open up more, and, you know, just be there for you guys more. So normally, if you guys have been to my live sessions, I pull cards for people at the end. And I feel really bad because last time I wasn't able to get to everybody, and that really does make me sad to not be able to do that. So I'm only going to do pulling the cards by donation. Now, Rising Community, one of our goals is that if we get to 20 members, I'll do live readings over there. And if it's just 20 people, it's a little bit easier, or to be able to pull a card for the people who show up there. That's more doable than all the people who are currently here right now. So that's something to keep in mind. If you guys like how I pull the cards, then check out Rising Community. Let's get to 20 people. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm just going to tune in and just kind of get into the vibe, and then we will start the reading. Okay. So we're going to start with the life reading, the life spread. And like I said, you guys, I know that 2018 was a wild year, but that was setting you up for something really, really good. And December was a really challenging month, especially if you follow numerology as well. This was like my personal year of 9. So this 9 is the number of letting go. So I had a lot of really big life culminations, life ending stuff. And I think that was kind of the energy for a lot of people. A lot of people are just taking different paths in life. And that's okay. If you grew apart from somebody this year, that's okay. It just means that you're growing. It means that you're evolving. If things aren't going, the way that you want, know that good things are coming. This is a time about really having faith. You have to really believe that something good is coming for you. And I feel it. All day today, it was just one of those days where something good is going to happen. And yeah. All right, so let's pull these cards. All right, guys. So overall energy. Ooh, it's kind of bright. We'll have to deal with that. We'll work on this. I'll get a better setup eventually. But we have the 8 of Pentacles here is the overall. In the headspace, in the mental space, we have the Justice card. In the heart space, we have the 7 of Swords. The goal right now, we have the Death card. Big, definitely end of the year, endings. Yeah, okay. Where to focus right now, we have the High Priestess. The lesson that you're learning in this current cycle, we have the 7 of Cups. The action for you to take, we have the 9 of Cups. That's beautiful. What to avoid right now, we have the 4 of Swords, or this is going to kind of be like the block is the 4 of Swords. And then the outcome of this current cycle is the 2 of Cups. And this is really exciting. And I'm excited to talk to you guys about that. Okay, so bottom of the deck, we have the 4 of Pentacles. There we go. 4 of Pentacles. So right now, there's kind of like, I feel, it's like we want to move forward. Like this new year is coming up. But at the same time, there might still be things from 2018 that are still kind of grasping onto you, or energy that you're still going through. And that's okay. Like that is okay. As this energy clears, as the new year comes in, those energies are going to start to dissipate. Okay. But right now you may kind of feel like you're holding on to something, but in your holding on to it, you're kind of just like doing the final processing that you need to do so that it like properly closes. I think the worst thing that you can do right now is pretend like something isn't happening. Like just trying to act like something's not happening is gonna hold you back. Like that's gonna hold you back. You don't want to pretend like you're not feeling what you're feeling. Like be very like true to your emotions. If you feel like you just want to sit in bed, just sit in bed. If you need to be angry about something and like just kind of like process something, then do it. Like that is okay. It's okay to do that. We have the 4 of Cups underneath this and the Hermit. Okay, so some of you may kind of be sitting with your feelings a little bit right now, or just keeping close to yourself right now. And that is perfectly fine. There's a lot going on in that time. And I think the biggest breakthrough that I've recently had is every cycle has a purpose, and there's nothing wrong with you for what you're going through in that current cycle. All right. So the overall energy right now is the 8 of Pentacles. Okay. So there is a lot of work to be done. A lot of you may be feeling that like impending work. And like I've been talking about in a lot of my readings, I don't feel like there's going to be a really big slowdown into this year. Like, I don't know if a lot of you guys are on vacation or anything like that, but I feel like this year is just kind of going to be, all right, go. Like you have something to do. And a lot of you have been over the course of 2018 figuring out what it is that you want to do, or like something's been pulling on your heart that you have to move towards. And it's kind of time to start moving towards that. Like if you've been more like in a hermit mode this year, you've just kind of been keeping close to yourself. This is the time where you're going to start working out of it, and there's going to be work to do. And some of this is going to be physical work for some of you, like you physically have things you need to do. For some of you, this is just like some really deep, intense spiritual and emotional work. Okay, so but that's going to be different for everyone. Everyone's going to have something different that they need to work on. Now, in the headspace, we have the Justice card. So like I said, like there's likely been a lot of culminations that have happened, and that's been so intentional. That's been so intentional. Like if things are kind of balancing out now, like after a really tumultuous year, like I'm not surprised. Or if you're having that conversation with someone that you needed to have a conversation with, or you're getting like clarity and peace about a situation, yes, like that is key right now. And for a lot of you, there may have been a situation that you kind of had to compromise in. Like it didn't go the way that you wanted. So there might be some feelings about it. There might be some, oh, okay. Just kind of like understanding that some things have to just be left the way that they are. And you just kind of have to get the closure from that on your own. And that's kind of what I feel like is going on right now is, just having to make peace with things for the sake of peace, So the heart space, we have the 7 of Swords. So there might be some things that you're keeping to yourself emotionally right now. And it's because you're likely trying to emotionally process what's been going on. There's probably been so many things that have been happening. And like I said, with the Hermit card, you may be kind of keeping to yourself, not for the sake of like, oh, I don't want to be around anyone or anything like that. No, it's that I feel like right now is a highly personal time. And we'll talk about that with the High Priestess. But a lot of your insights right now are going to be coming from you. Like you're going to have the best information for yourself at this moment, like while everything's kind of crazy. All right. Now, the goal here is the Death card. The goal here is to really leave behind any situations that aren't serving you. Like, you've got to be honest with yourself right now. Like, right now, you have to really be honest and say, okay, what is the best thing for me? And what do I need to kind of just leave right here for the moment? Again, and this Death card is so that things can be reborn, things can be transformed, a situation can be taken to the next level. But sometimes things have to end before they can get better, or things have to, die for there to be changes. And that's what's going to happen right now. So really be honest with yourself and say, what am I in my life, or what inside of me is dead? It's like time to pick out the weeds out of the garden, so that it just can kind of just look fresh again and just have some new type of energy. A lot of the hurt and pain that some of you may be feeling, or disappointment or anything like the cycle, there's relationships in your life that need to die. This is family, friends. This could be romantic. We'll talk a lot about that in a moment. But when you keep around death, it just gets stinky. It doesn't do you any good. It doesn't do you any good keeping anything around that is rotting. So remove all the rotting stuff, get all of that dead stuff out of you, around you, and go into this new year free and light. And that's really going to make you feel so much better. I can't explain to you guys how much better. Now, the main focus, like I said, is the High Priestess. So a lot of the best information right now is going to come from inside of you. That's where a lot of the best insights, if you just take the time to just slow down and listen to what's going on in your brain, you're going to get some good stuff. But it does take a conscious effort to slow down and, to really face whatever it is that maybe you haven't been facing. Maybe it hasn't been time to face it, and maybe it's time now. And this is going to be this is going to be the guiding force this year. Like, your intuition is really going to be picking up more and more this year. What I really feel like this year is like, do less and let God do more. And that is going to be the best thing for you to do, to where you're not going to be getting stressed out and anxious and worried. But there has to be that connection with, the higher self, with God, with the universe. It's not going to be out there. It's not going to be out there. You're not going to find what you want on Instagram. You're not going to find what you want in McDonald's. You're not going to find what you want on Netflix. It's not going to be there. It's not going to be there. It's going to be here. It's going to be here, and it's going to be up here. Okay. The lesson that you're learning here is the 7 of Cups. You're learning about, and I feel like this year we learned a lot about illusions, and how powerful illusions can be. And that was very important. And I think going forward, we're all going to be a little bit more present in the moment. That was one of the biggest lessons that I learned this year, is to be present in the moment, to focus on what's going on right now, because you honestly can't change anything but right now. You really can't. We have control over like very few things in our life. And, you can't worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow has there's too many variables that can happen tomorrow. You have the most control today. So stay in today. And it's taking the little steps every single day that are going to get you to where you ultimately want to go. If you're conscious in the moment, making conscious decisions here, then you're going to be consciously moving forward on the right path. Because 2018 may have shown you, ooh, I wasn't on the right path. I wasn't on the right path. You may be right now like, I'm not where I want to be. Or maybe you are. Some people are, some people aren't. It depends on your journey. But that's something to keep your eye out for in 2019 is illusions, and making sure you're not being disillusioned. The action here is the 9 of Cups. Be thankful. Be thankful and rejoice in the lessons. This, like I said, I think this was a beautiful year, such an illuminating, awakening year. And the more gratitude that you have for that, the more you're going to see the magic. The more you're going to see the magic. And I'm so grateful. I mean, this year brought me you guys. And if I would have not followed the path, then I wouldn't be here right now. So I'm super thankful, and I'm sure you guys all have something that you're thankful for, whether that's a lesson or a relationship that left your life but opened up new opportunities, or maybe your relationship came in, maybe your friendship came in, maybe you had a baby, maybe you got a new job, whatever it is. There's something that everyone has to be happy for this year. You should write in the comments what you're thankful for this year, okay? Now, the block here, kind of what to avoid, we have the 4 of Swords. So this is kind of the fine line here. So where to focus is the High Priestess, but where to avoid is the 4 of Swords. These are very similar energies. And this is something that I struggle with too, is I'll be thinking about something, but I let my mind take me somewhere off track. Okay, you don't want to let your mind take you off track. You want to stay connected to your higher self. Like, one thing that I've been doing is like consciously asking myself, what do I need to do today? Like, I'll be thinking about everything. I'm just thinking about like all types of stuff. And I have to stop and go, whoa, okay, stop. Like, where is this thought loop going? It's going nowhere. And it's keeping you off track from doing what it is that you want to do. So you have to kind of consciously make that decision until you're able to, until it's just on autopilot. Okay. And that's gonna be a challenge for this year, but it's gonna help you to be productive. If you can do that, if you don't let your mind go off on thought loops, and if you can be more conscious and connected, that's gonna be the game changer. Okay. Now, the outcome here is the Two of Cups. Okay. There are a lot of unseen connections going on here. Okay. If you've been consciously aware this year, if you've been spiritually aware this year, you likely have really formed a good relationship, whether that's a relationship with yourself, like maybe you formed a really good relationship with yourself, or maybe you formed a really good relationship with God and the universe. Maybe you're so connected right now, or maybe you did like find a really good love, and that's kind of the energy that you're sitting in right now. This could be with a family member. This could be with a friend. The Two of Cups doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. For some of you, it could be. For some of you, it could be. We'll see what comes up with us for the love reading. But I think if you have really navigated this energy well, you should have found love this year. Everyone should have found love this year in some way. And it may not have been in the way that you wanted or the way that you expected, but it likely is still very beautiful. So I think that was a pretty good reading to end off the year. I'm so excited. So let's pull some of these Universe Has Your Back deck cards. I'm just going to look over here at the comments. Hey, Serena. Marcella, I don't answer specific questions on here. Get in contact with me, okay? Stacy said, this year has changed me. Big awakening. Thankful to find you, Bri. Thankful for God in my life. Aw, yeah. All the glory to God. All glory to God. And I'm so happy that I found you too. I'm so happy I found all you guys. Shira's surviving. Keep surviving. Angela, thankful for the learning. Yeah. Be thankful for the lessons. Thankful for the lessons. Yo, Mama said I found myself again. Yeah. And you're probably better than ever. Angela says, my twin passed 4 weeks ago. Unexpected for me. I found out 36 hours before. My condolences, Angela. Everyone pray for Angela and send her lots of love and light. I hope that you're doing well. She said she's trying to figure it all out. Yeah. We send you love, and just know that in time, it'll all come together. All right. So our 3 cards tonight, we have, when I think I surrendered, I surrender more. Like this year, you're going to have to surrender. This year, you're going to have to understand that you may not have the best plan in mind for your life. Like the plan that you have, it may not be God's plan. It may not be the universe's plan for you, because God and the universe knows exactly what you want. They know exactly what you want. And if what you have in mind, if that is what is going to happen, or if you feel like that vision that you had is yours, it is yours. And you have to understand that it's yours. You have to believe that it is yours. But you also have to understand that things are not going to happen on your timeline. They're not going to happen on your timeline. They're not going to happen in your way. And I think one big thing I've learned this year is to give up control. I maybe I don't know, like accepting that maybe I don't know, and that's okay. And I think a lot of us think, okay, yeah, like I'm a good person, like I'm like connected and all of that, but like, are you really? Are you really connected? Are you really surrendered? So that's something to be really conscious about going into this year. Am I doing my plan, or am I doing what I feel I'm being led to do? And that's going to be another one of those things. That's why right now the energy is so sensitive that you have to be so tuned in to understand like what is going on for you. And it changes, and the downloads are just coming so quickly. So just be open to change, be open to suggestion. If your life path is changing or you're pivoting and you're going down another path, just be open to that. Like I tell you guys all the time, this time last year I was an RN, and now I'm not. And that's something that I would never think a year ago that I would be here. But when you surrender and you follow down the path that you're intended to be on, things get so much easier, and the path just gets more beautiful as you go along, and things start to make more sense, and you understand why you had certain encounters or why you had certain experiences, and it just is so nice. It really, really is. Okay. It says, kind of bright. Oh, so bright. I choose love no matter what. No matter what. I mean, guys, love is amazing, okay? And it doesn't just come from a person. Love is everywhere. It's everywhere if you're open to it. Choose love. Love is always going to win in every situation. Whatever situation that you're dealing with, use love. Lead with love. Lead with love. Let love guide you forward, okay? In all situations. If there's something that your heart is guiding you to do, follow that. Your heart knows what you want, okay? And get closer to God. Get closer to God. God literally is the source of love. He is love. So if you're feeling disconnected from love, or you're not seeing love around you, then that's a signal to say, go within. Go within, because that's where God is found, okay? God will help you to stay in the energy of love. And then finally, the last card says, when I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about how I see the world. Yeah. You know, it really is, there is control and freedom. Hopefully that made sense. Like when you let go, there is control. There kind of is control in that. Like in a way, you're like, okay, I'm letting go. You're making the conscious choice and decision to let go. And you're like, it's taken care of. You know, it's taken care of. And there's control in that. Okay. And there's also freedom. Like it's this like really strange duality that you have there. But like I said, this year is going to be a really big year for having faith and understanding that you're being guided down a path, and you're likely getting visions of what's at the end of that path. Like you're probably seeing what's there, but you have to again, be present in the moment and have faith that that is coming, but there might be something that you need to do before that comes, and you have no idea when that is going to come. So just stay present in the moment, okay? All right. So I'm going to pick up all these cards, and then we're going to do the love reading. So I'm interested to see what comes up in this reading. But I think the big thing, the big lesson in love is understanding that love is about, I'm going to read this for you. This is my top Bible verse that I love. It is Corinthians 13. and it's titled Love is the Greatest, okay? So Corinthians 13, 4 through 7, that is my favorite. And it says, love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous. It's not boastful or proud or rude. It does not demand its own way. It is not irritable. It keeps no record of being wronged. It does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. Love never gives up. Love never loses faith, is always hopeful, and endures every circumstance. Okay? So if there's someone that you love, okay, if you really, really, really love someone, you have to let them be, whatever that means. Whatever that means, you have to let them. Now she wants to leave the room. Let me let the dog out, and then I will get back to this. Bye. Okay. Okay, so whatever you're going through, okay, with the person that you love, you have to understand that that person is a soul, okay? They're a soul. There are things that they need to experience in life. There are things that you need to experience in life, okay? And again, that is one of those things that's not in your control. What someone else's life path is like is not in your control. Like you may not understand someone else's life path, and it's not for you to understand. You know, it's not for you to understand. And that's something that you have to let go and let God work on that. And also you have to understand that you're a human, you know, so you don't see everything. You don't know everything that's going on, or you don't know everything about that other person's situation. You don't know what's best for them. So you know who does? God does. So you just have to let God take care of that. Have faith that God is working that situation out. But does that mean that you don't love that person? Does that mean that you forget their existence, that you just, oh, whatever, forget them? No. Listen, rewind back to what I just said. You know, love is patient, love is kind. It doesn't hold grudges. It doesn't, it's not fearful. It's none of that. It's free. Love is free. Okay. So that's something definitely to work on this year, is to know that we all have our path. You just got to follow your path. You know, you can't merge on someone else's path. You can't bring people on your path. When the time is right, it'll happen. If it's supposed to happen, it will happen. Trust me. But God needs to show you something and needs to show that other person something most of the time, okay? All right, so let's tune in here. Most important messages in love for everyone watching right now. What does everyone need to know? So your overall energy, we have the 8 of Cups, okay? In your headspace, we have the 10 of Wands. In your heart space, or how you're feeling about them, we have the Magician. How you feel about the connection, we have the 6 of Cups. Sorry, I got like less room on this table. Okay, your challenge right now is the World. The action for you, we have the Page of Coins. And the outcome of the current cycle is the 5 of Coins. For your person, their overall energy right now, we have the 8 of Pentacles. So this was the overall energy for overall, okay, for everyone. So they're definitely embracing that. And you've got the 8 of Cups. They've got the 8 of Pentacles. So you're mirroring each other there. How they are thinking about you, we have the Wheel of Fortune. How they feel about you, Two of Cups. Definitely. How they feel about the connection overall, we have the Queen of Swords. The challenge for them is the Five of Wands. The action for them, we have the Seven of Cups. And the outcome is the Ten of Coins. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Wands. So I feel like right now you guys are having to work for the future, okay? Like wherever you currently are right now, you have to understand that's where you need to be. I was talking to a good friend of mine just yesterday, and I said, you know, when you're on a journey, like you're where you need to be, right? It's kind of like being in school. When you're in first grade, you're in first grade because you need to learn what you need to learn in first grade. And when you're ready for second grade, you go. You don't go before. But, you know, through your entire journey of school, you know, ultimately I'm going to graduate, right? Like, you know, you're not going to be in school forever. And that's the thing, like where you're likely at with this person, you're not going to be in this stage forever, but it's in your best interest right now to start envisioning the future. Like, what is that going to look like? Where is my heart guiding me to? Where do I need to move forward to? What do I need to do? Right now, it's more about individual work, okay? And oh, I forgot to mention this. I'm offering like personal guidance spreads right now on my site, like just for you to really, to help you focus on where you need to focus on, because that's more important. It's not about the external. And I feel like this person here, they understand that because they're in the Eight of Cups. They understand that for you to ever work out, they have to work on themselves. There are things that they need to do, and we'll clarify kind of what that is more. But then we have the Four of Cups. So you're both definitely like, this likely isn't a cycle or a chapter that you both ever saw coming. Like, you probably didn't think you'd ever get to this point. But again, this is a test of faith. Like, how much do you believe in God? How much do you believe that the universe has your back? How much self-love have you developed this year that you're going to do what you need to do? And how much do you love that other person to become the best version of yourself? Because remember, we are mirrors of each other, especially in a relationship. You're mirroring each other the whole time. And wouldn't it be the most loving thing to hold up the best mirror in front of that person? You know, hold up the best mirror you can so that you're not projecting pain and hurt and anger and sadness and frustration. You want to live your best life so that that person also is living their best life. And if you're not communicating or talking to this person, it's likely because there's something that you both need to work on. There's something that you both have to look at inside of yourself. And yeah, this sucks. Like, it sucks, right? It sucks that, you know, maybe right now you can't be with the person who you want to be with and you know that's your person, you know it. But this takes priority. And that's the thing about energy, is knowing when it's time to prioritize, okay? Underneath this, we have the moon. Some of you could be dealing with a Pisces or a Cancer person, but this is highly emotional. You guys likely feel highly emotional, and that is very intentional because there are things that need to come up to the surface. It's not going to do you any good to pretend like things aren't happening. Don't pretend this person doesn't exist. Don't pretend that, you know, don't act like it's, you know, just don't act. That's the number one thing I see is people in fear. Fear. Because maybe you don't want to see what's underneath the surface. Maybe, I don't know. I'm a Scorpio moon, so I mean, I'm all the way in there. I can't get out. So, but it's not that bad. It's really not that bad. Maybe some people, you have some harder things, some harder challenges to deal with. And maybe that person does too, but you have to go through the darkness. You're not just going to get everything you want without showing the universe that you're ready for it, because a relationship is challenge. Like a relationship goes through cycles, and you have to, if you're gonna like give up and fall out as soon as hard stuff happens, well then what's going to be the quality of that relationship? So you got to think about it like that. And underneath this, we got the Lovers card. So this is all really happening spiritually. So I've been saying this for a long time. Don't focus on what you see. Focus on what you feel and follow your heart. Okay. Now, like I said, for this person, they have the 8 of Cups as their overall energy. So they're going to work. They're starting off 2019. They're just getting to work. They know what they need to do. Likely they realize this year, probably particularly these past 2 weeks of December, those readings were so tough for me to do. And I never have a problem doing readings. I just pop the readings out. But those readings took me like a week and a half to complete them. And I had to like take a break, like a day break. Like I couldn't do it. So they likely they know what they need to work on. So they're working on it. Just jumping ahead to how they feel about the connection, they have the Queen of Swords. So I feel like this person out of both of you is likely a little bit more direct, a little bit more forward. Like they're just a little bit more honest. I don't want to say realistic, but they're likely just more practical than you. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like we need both to balance out a relationship. Like you're likely the more emotional one. But they're like, okay, if we want to achieve XYZ, well, then this is what we need to do. And that's that. It's just very like the Queen of Swords. Remember, like she's the way she is because she's been hurt. So it's not like this doesn't hurt. Okay. It's not like they're not emotional, but they're likely covering this up. They're covering up some of their deeper emotions because of work, for the sake of work. You just gotta get stuff done. And that's just it. That is just it. Now for you, where you're at, we have the 8 of Cups. So for you, you're turning things over to the spiritual. Okay. You're realizing that what you need, again, is not going to be outside of you. It's not outside of you. Everything is within, and you have the Magician card for how you feel about them. I feel like you're understanding that. You understand that you've always had everything that you needed to do what you wanted to do. It never was outside of you. And you maybe are like more internalizing that now because we have the 10 of Wands and how you're thinking about them. So I feel like a huge burden for you is like ending when it comes to this connection. Like maybe you like had a thought, or maybe there was something that you wanted to happen this year and it didn't. And now you're like, okay, I understand why. And I have to let that go. Like I can't hold on to that. I can't hold on to that. That's going to keep you stuck. It's going to keep you stuck. Like whenever you feel like anxiety or anything like that, it's because you're probably holding on to something that needs to be let go of, or, there's something that needs to be worked out in you. And I think you're starting to understand, like, it's not about that other person. It's really not about them. It's really, really about you. Okay. So how they think about you, we have the Wheel of Fortune. They're just leaving this up to fate. I feel like this person for a while now has just been like, whatever happens, happens. Whatever happens, happens. They may be like in work mode. And they're like, okay, like I'm in work mode. Hopefully this inspires them to get into work mode too. Or hopefully they start doing more work. Like I said, you're likely more like the emotional leader of the connection. Maybe you've done a lot of emotional work. Maybe that's where this person needs to work at. Okay. How they feel about you, we have the 2 of Cups. So they know, like I said, this person knows what it's ultimately going to take to be with you. And that's going to be specific for everyone, but they know, and they want more than anything to feel that connection with you. They likely maybe like feel it. Like they probably feel your energy. You know, maybe they probably want to have more physical connection with you, but again, that might not be possible because there might be other priorities, but they definitely like more than anything, like I feel for a lot of them, that's their reason why. Like that's their incentive. Like for a lot of you who have kind of come onto your path through love, it's kind of like that carrot that's being dangled in front of you to keep going, to keep growing closer to God, to keep focusing on yourself, to keep improving yourself. They feel that too, and that's their reason why. That's why they go forward as well. But again, they're able to, I feel like, really easily separate that feeling from what needs to be done. Like they're like, okay, this is what needs to be done. That's it. For you, you have the Six of Cups. All right, so you're a little bit more, you know, sentimental about things, thinking about the past, like wishing, you know, things were a certain way. Maybe, like I said, like if you need to stay in that energy to kind of just like, you know, just like feel it and close it up, that's fine. That's fine. But you don't want to let that prevent you from doing what you need to do, because your challenge is the world. So there is something in your life that really does need to end. There is a cycle ending, and there is a new one that needs to begin. Okay. So you want to be connected. You want to know like, okay, what's going on with me? Like, what do I need to do? That's really important. And for you, your action is the Page of Coins. So you're starting something new. You're initiating something new in your life. And that this thing is going to be different for everyone, and how long that's going to take is going to be different for everyone. Okay. But there's something new that you're needing to ground down. Okay. You're likely more emotional and spiritual and watery, likely. Not everybody. Okay. Some of you may be resonating with the bottom row, but there's something that you or this person needs to ground down. Okay. Now, in the process of doing this, it may feel like I'm not getting what I want, or it may feel lonely. You may feel like you're doing this all by yourself. Okay. You're not. You're not. You're never alone. If you feel alone, it's again because you're not connected to you. You're not connected to God. You're not connected to your higher self, or however you perceive it. You know, you're never alone. Don't feel like you're alone. This person may be, you know, doing something because they've got the Eight of Coins. They may be like busy at work, hard at work. That's exactly what they need to be doing. That's exactly what they need to be doing. Okay. And now it's time for you to like follow in their footsteps. Okay. Now for them, their challenge is the Five of Wands. Okay. So there's a lot of conflict going on around them, whatever that means for them. But I feel like for them going into the new year, it's like they're not getting a break. I feel like they are just kind of like just going forward, just working. And I feel like it's like they're not taking the time out to like properly reflect over things, to emotionally nurture themselves, to care for themselves. And I feel like that's going to cause them to run into some type of burnout. I kind of feel like they're going to be, because they have the Seven of Cups in their action. So I feel like it's like they're not spending enough time with God, period. They're not spending enough time meditating and clearing their mind and being mindful and having gratitude and really walking down their path with purpose and taking meaningful actions forward. So like it's like they're always confused. They're always like, am I doing the right thing? Or like it's like they're not for certain about things. And it's just because they're not connected. Like the way that you're connected, the way that you like really have that down, or you're really working on that, they don't have that. They're definitely more of like a work person, because their outcome is the 10 of coins. So this work focused energy, it leads them to something. They do have some success come towards them, some type of abundance come towards them. They maybe achieve something like really big at work, or they get a promotion, or they're like able to like see all of their stability or something like that. Like something definitely good comes for this person. I feel something good here with them. But, and like I said, that might be why you have the 5 of coins here, because you're like, I'm not included in this like success and abundance. Like you may see them like doing something big or achieving something or accomplishing something, and like you're kind of not a part of it. So you kind of feel left out of their abundance. But again, don't go by what you see, go by what you feel, okay? Let's pull a couple clarifiers here, and then we're going to pull some oracle cards. Okay, so let's clarify the 8 of coins for them. Yo, mama says 4 minutes till midnight. Woohoo! For me, it's another hour. Okay. 8 of coins. 2 of wands. Okay, so they're definitely very future oriented. Like they're working towards the future. This person is very future oriented. That's what I mean with like, with this energy. They know that the only way out is through. The only way out of this is through. So they're doing the work. They're doing what they need to do in order for things to manifest, okay? So, I mean, this person's not, like, they're not in a bad place. They're not doing the wrong thing. They are doing what they need to do, okay? Let's clarify the 10 of wands for you. Okay, we just had the 6 of coins pop out. So going forward for you, it's really important to make sure that everything that you do is very balanced. Everything that you do has an equal give and take, to make sure that you don't get burnt out, stressed out, overburdened, overwhelmed. Like if something is burdening you or it's stressing you out, it's because the balance is off. So this year, you really have to make sure that like what you're committing to or how much energy you're giving to this person, making sure that it's not draining you, making sure that it's not too much. Because for a lot of you, I don't think this person intended to drain you. They didn't intend for that, but it's just that maybe you didn't have the proper boundaries, or maybe you didn't know what your boundaries were, you know? I don't think this person like intended to hurt you. That's why I feel like they kind of are like, okay, like whatever happens, happens. Like I want a connection with you, but you know, like maybe it's just not in the cards right now. But I don't feel like it's not like they're like giving up either. You know, I feel like this person is also someone who's very loyal. Like when they invest emotionally, like they are invested, but at the same time, I feel like they are very like realistic and like just in the present moment as well. Okay. Like I feel like you're more of the past, you kind of stay more in the past with the 6 of Cups. And I feel like they're kind of like, hey, this is what needs to happen right now. Like they're more here. And that's cool. You know, that's their strength. You have your strength, they have their strengths, and that's okay. Let's clarify the Five of Wands for them. Nine of Coins. Okay, so I feel like right now, okay, their preference would be connection. Like they would prefer connection, deep connection, real connection. Okay, and this was also the ending card for the life reading. Okay, but I feel like there's like this battle that they're going through between like connection and needing to work on themselves, connection and needing to work on themselves. And I feel like that's kind of like a struggle that they are dealing with. Like, okay, I want connection because it distracts me from maybe some of like my real issues over here. Maybe being alone would be better for me. Maybe I do just need to spend some time and get my head right. But I also want a relationship. I also want connection. Like there's kind of like this back and forth pull. I feel though with this being in the challenge position that this person is needing to be more independent. Like they may be very codependent on something and they're needing to just be more independent. And I feel like there's probably something that they need to learn or something that God wants to show them, but they've got to be alone to do it. Like they have to be alone for God to work on them. And that's something that, you know, can be hard. So let's clarify the Seven of Cups because they've got a choice to make. So let's see what that is. We just had the Devil card come out. So yeah, definitely some type of codependency here. There's definitely some type of, this person may like, they may like not like being alone. They may be someone who like genuinely does like connection, which is fine. Like that's fine. But I also feel, that being in connection, it may get this person distracted. Like they may not focus on themselves or their issues. They may get caught up in their relationships, put a lot into their relationships and not stay focused on what they need to do. And I think they're starting to understand that, or they're starting to recognize that about themselves. They may be like addicted to relationships or like addicted to love or just like addicted to the feeling of like being with someone. And I feel like they're kind of being asked to like just be single, just be alone, or just be free from some energy that they're stuck to. Like they're needing to liberate themselves from some type of energy. Okay. Let's clarify the world for you. And then we'll move on to Oracle cards. Nine of Wands. Yeah. So you've got work to do. Like I said, I don't feel like there's going to be a big slowdown going into the year. It's not going to be a year where you're just like, okay, I'm just going to ease myself in. There's going to be things to do. Or you may feel like, oh, I'm still doing this. I do feel like there is like a clean slate feeling, but you're still working. Like it's not rest time. I'll tell you that. It's not rest time. So that's kind of where things are at right now. And again, where you're at is where you need to be at. Like just being focused on this, you know, like focus on where you're at. Focus on the challenge for you. Focus on that action point there. That's where you really want to focus. That's how you're going to benefit like most from these readings is if you focus on the energy for that cycle and you clear that out, okay, next cycle and just keep going like that. Okay. Don't focus on that outcome because that outcome could come, you guys, 10, 20 years from now. Okay. Just to be honest, it could, you know, we don't know. That's why people always ask me, when are we going to be together? I can't tell you that. That's not decided. It's not decided. I don't predict stuff like that. So let's pull some Oracle cards here. Let's see what everyone's saying. Pam says we both do, and yes, we both know this. Yeah. Let's see. Stacy says yes, God has us where he wants us to be. Exactly. Alicia says he's focused on retirement. He's significantly older than me. Wrong timing for us. Maybe next lifetime. Maybe. You never know. Keep your heart open. You never know. You know, you don't know God's plan. You know, you don't. Okay. So we just had it is safe for you to love come out for you. Whoa. All right. Do you guys just see that? Like there was an explosion there. So we just had, this could be the one, deception and separation. So normally I read these as like them, you, them, but for this, I kind of feel this is like just across the board here. So the one that did come out for you with the intention for you was it's safe for you to love. So, you know, if your heart's been closed off this year, it's okay to open it back up. When you open your heart up, things are going to come to you. For some of you, a person might be coming towards you. There might be a person that you need to encounter. For some of you, not everybody, but open your heart up to see what comes in, you know, what comes towards you. Okay. Don't close yourself off from that energy. What if that person is actually ready to come in and you're just not open to it? You know, that's, you know, don't be so definitive. A lot of people are like, oh, I guess it's not meant to be, yada, yada, yada. And it's like, if you believe it's not meant to be, then it's not meant to be. If you to open up, it is safe for you to love. You know, I think, you know, depending on what type of energy you're in and what type of energy you're trying to attract. For me, I'm more of the feminine energy. And I think the archetype that I kind of think about often is the Empress. Like, how Empress-like am I being, you know? And I think that the easiest way to do that, I think, is to be heart-centered, you know, as heart-centered as you possibly can, and be open to whatever happens. I feel this is just my personal thing, but I feel that if you're like resistant to all the opportunities, or like if you're afraid of something or you're really stuck on something, I feel like you get the opposite. That could just me being crazy, but I feel like if you're open to all opportunities, then everything is possible. Now, the explosion of cards that just came out, I feel are kind of for both, okay? So the first one that came out was this could be the one. So this very well could be the one. That's why I'm saying, like, don't close your heart off. Don't let fear start to creep in. Don't let like other people's opinions start to creep in. Like I've had people tell me things and I'm just like, I thank you for your opinion. I didn't ask, but thank you for your opinion. Like, I know what's happening with me better than you, but thank you. This could be the one. It's a possibility. You know, it is a possibility. So you have to keep that open. You know, you can't close your heart off to that. But what a lot of people will do is because of fear, or because that person's given up on the love of their life, they want you to give up on the love of your life. And it may seem crazy to them, but it's none of their business. It's not their journey. You know, God is obviously doing something in your life. So just let that be. Okay. So yes, this could be the one. It's a possibility if you allow it to be a possibility. Now, the two cards that came out, spit out, were deception and separation. With that being said, like we've talked about, okay, I feel like separation, okay, is very necessary. Very, very necessary. Separation is beautiful, okay? Because again, that's where God works with you one-on-one. That's where he fixes you. And if you're focused on someone else and you're not focused on God, if you're not open and surrendered to God, God can't fix you. So you have to separate yourselves at times to go through the soul growth and lessons that you need to do. Now, with the deception card here, this could play into this. This could be what this like devil 9 of Cups is on their side. There may be something that they hide behind. Okay. And you too, it could be you too. This kind of feels closer to their side, but it could apply to both. But there could be something that they hide behind. They may have like a persona that they put out to the world that isn't really them. They may be in a job that they hate. They may be around people that they hate and they despise, but they just put up with it. Maybe because it's easy. Maybe they're just focused on something else right now and that's like backseat. But again, that's like stunting it's stunting them, you know? And that's something that they have to work on. They have to work on being more true to them, you know? But I feel like this will be their year to do that. Like if this has kind of been your year of becoming who you really are and like embracing who you really are, I feel like this will be their year of doing that, but they're not going to be able to do that without you. And one thing to also know is like the more light you become, like the more you walk in the light, the more you walk towards God, and the more this person stays in the dark, they're gonna feel that like polarity, and that's gonna like draw them to you, you know. So if you think about it this way, if you want someone to come towards you, you really shouldn't go towards them, because going towards them repels them. But if you go away from them, if you separate from them, then there's this tension, there's this resistance. And eventually, like when a rubber band gets so far apart, what does it do? It snaps right back. Okay. So that's something to keep in mind, my friends. Okay. All right. We just had codependency just pop out too. Okay. So there might be some codependency issues going on there. Like I kind of picked that up with the devil card on their side. They might be someone who like needs to lean on someone. This person, I really feel like for this person, they're needing to develop some type of independence, whether this is just like personal independence, financial independence, or they need to like gain independence from work or gain independence from a job or something like that. I feel like this person has a tendency to like lean into something or lean into the wrong thing. They're dependent on the wrong thing. They're looking for a feeling, right? They might be looking for this 2 of Cups feelings, but they're looking for it in their demons. Okay. All right. So let's pull a message from them to you. What would they want you to know? Soulmate. They want you to know that you are their soulmate. They know it. They feel it. They totally get it. They totally get it. But there's things that soulmates, there's things that you both individually need to do. And soulmates will always be drawn back to each other when the time is right. So live your life, you know, live your life. I will open up to you guys a little bit about me and my connection, but we're very similar. We're very, very similar. We have very similar interests, but our interests are very singular interests, or we prefer to do that alone. So it's like, we're not going to have all of our life experiences together. Will that be awesome? Heck yeah. I would love, and I know we will eventually do the things that we want to do together. But I also know that I have to have some of those experiences by myself because he's actually had some of those experiences by himself already. So, you know, there might be a different stage of life that you may like link up with this person again, but you may need to have like other experiences in the meanwhile. Okay. Experiences that you can't have simultaneously, like especially if you're like pulled apart from this person. There may be some things that you just cannot do together. And honestly, if me and my person were together, I wouldn't be doing this. Just because we'd just be doing stuff together. And for a lot of you, there's things that you need to do by yourself, especially if you know that you're like a light worker. A lot of your like mission work or your life's purpose is going to be done alone. Like think about, you know, someone really famous. Are they constantly with their spouse? No. Likely, what is their spouse doing? They're doing something important too. So you have to kind of think about it like that. You know, some of you are called here for greater things. If you're drawn to my energy, you're probably called to this world because there's something like greater and bigger that you need to do. Or it just may be something that does not involve them. And that's okay. But remember what they would want to tell you if they could talk to you right now, if they were here right now, they would want you to know that you are their soulmate. Okay. And they know that and they feel that. All right. A message to them. True love. So same thing, like you would like, it's all good. You know, I feel like you both understand right now, like, this is just what we have to do. Like, this is just where we're at. And does it make it easier? Kind of, like, depending on how you see things. But you would want them to know, like, I freaking love you. Like, I love you, the soul, the person, like, I love you, you know, like whatever that means, like whatever the outcome is, whatever the situation is, like, I freaking love you. You know, it's just, that is love. Like that is love. I'm going to read that with this card here. Okay. Again, this is 1 Corinthians 13, chapter 13, verse 4-7. Love is patient and kind. Okay. So you're willing to do whatever it takes. You're willing to wait. You know, you understand that that person has things that they need to do. You have things you need to do, and you're not gonna badmouth them for that. Okay. Love is not jealous, and it's not boastful. It's not proud or rude. Okay. So you're not being mean or spiteful or, oh, they're doing this and I'm not included, yada, yada. There's none of that. It doesn't demand its own ways. So you're not attached to the outcome. Okay. It's not irritable. It keeps no record of being wrong. There's no, this person did that, they did this, none of that. Okay, it does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. When you feel their energy, or when you like have a dream about something and then it like somehow you get like a sign or something, you're like, yeah, like I know what's going on here. I have faith. Love never gives up, never loses faith, is always hopeful, and endures every circumstance. Okay? All right. So final card here for both of you. Okay. We just had retreat. So it says it's time to disconnect from the world. So like we had here for your overall energy, we have the 8 of Cups. Okay, so it's disconnect from everything that you see. Don't focus on what you see. Don't focus on, oh, they didn't call me, they didn't text me, they're doing this, they're doing that. Like, it's really time to disconnect from all of that and to focus on what it is that you need to do, what you're here to do. And if you're needing, like, where do I start? Like, where do I turn my energy to? Right here. Right here. Turn it to God. Turn to God. Turn to the universe, you know? You have to just turn away from them. And it doesn't mean that it's never coming back, because I said this to Nicole, if she's still in here, earlier. All these cups are still upright. This person isn't looking at them, but nothing's broken. Nothing's broken over here. This person can turn around and the cups will still be there. The love will still be there. But you need to have the strength and the courage and the faith to turn away from it. Again, why does it happen? Okay. A lot of you know that this person, they've got things to work on, right? You know that. They could be sitting in the dark. This person could be sitting in their demons right now. They could be sitting in their demons. A lot of you always say, oh, my person's a workaholic, or, you know, they're this, they're that, whatever. When you chase them, or when you focus on their energy and you go towards them, you're pushing them further into the dark. But if you move towards the light, like if they're used to your energy being right here with them and it suddenly detaches and you're moving towards the light, guess what? They're going to start to move towards you. So the more that you move towards the light, the more they will move into light. They may have the understanding that you are their soulmate, but they may not really know like what that means or what they have to do. And if what you can do is you can move towards the light. That's the only thing you can do. That's the only thing you can do. I can't stress that enough. That's the only thing you can do. And God willing, this person who feels that you are their soulmate, if they feel their soulmate moving away from them, they're going to go towards you. They're going to go towards you, but you have to have space, right? Separation here. You have to have space in between this. They have to like not feel your energy around. They have to feel you moving away. Okay. So that's kind of what the current energy is right now. So I'm going to go into the chat. I don't know if you guys hear the fireworks going off. Ooh. Oh, the dog's getting scared. Hold on. Come on. She's like, what's going on? Oh, she's scared. Okay. So let's see. Pam said it took us splitting up for me to face what walls I've had up, and even though I want to go slow, I know what we could be. Yeah. Stacey said hit the like button. Yeah, everyone hit the like button. Thank you. C. Summers said, yes, it is, but the one I was within, he was with another in 2 weeks. But now I think about it, that it is that God knew something I really didn't, so we split up. Yeah. Yeah, God knows something there. Pam says, I am more at peace since all of this started because of this reading. Oh, I'm happy for that. I'm so glad. I still feel connected to him on all levels. Yeah. When I pray, I always say, let it be God's will, not my wants or his maybe. Learning from each other, Stacey. Kiki asked a question. Get with me privately for questions. Tanja, thank you so much for that compliment. I really appreciate that. Nicole says she loves the oracle cards that are coming out. Yeah, those were really nice. Shira said, yeah, I've had to detach to focus on myself, but I still love them from afar. That's perfect. Yo Mama says, love is also long suffering. I know, but it's right here too. You can always be connected, always being connected to love. Stacey says, lots of dreams. Same here, lots of dreams. I woke up from a dream. My person wasn't in it, but I woke up from a dream and I audibly feel like I heard him say, I'll be back. Really weird. Super weird. Taking a retreat on the 25th. Mm-hmm. Nicole says, I'm disconnecting, definitely. Yeah, it's just kind of happening, and it's just supposed to be like that. Stacey said that's why the devil came up, codependency, wanting to help them, but we can hurt more. Yeah. It's not something that you do on purpose, and I think they know that. Like, they probably know that you're really kind and things like that. And I feel like a lot of their pulling away is like them kind of hinting like, I need space or we need to take space. I don't really feel like this person ever intended to hurt you. As soon as you let go, they feel it and they start coming towards you. Yeah, that's so true. So true. Bri, hi Bri. So happy that you're here. She says, I'm feeling this inner knowing. I am feeling very antsy. Like internally, I know something's going to come back in after having released. Yeah, it's just hard to go through the like actual releasing. Christopher says, keeping my distance, strong connection. I pray for God to heal both of us every day and work on myself every day, moving forward in my life regardless. Still going to wish her a happy new year. That's perfect. I love that. Whatever God wants us to have in that time, we will have it. Yeah. So I hope that you guys really enjoyed this reading. I hope that it helped you guys. I hope that you guys all have a wonderful New Year's, and I'm sending all of you and all of your families lots of blessings, lots of love, good luck, prosperity, all of that. Like I said, going into this new year, kind of something that I'm doing to connect more with God is really getting in my Bible more, to live a more God-centered life. And if that's something that you're interested in, then definitely add me on Instagram, because I'm probably going to use that more. And maybe like probably in Rising community too. We'll see. But that's really important, and that could be really something that helps you to kind of detach from all of that, and getting closer to God is going to benefit you no matter what, right? Like that's always going to be good. So I think that's something that we all can improve in for this year. And that'll help them too. Maybe it'll inspire them. And yeah. So that's something that's kind of on my heart right now, that I'm trying to figure out how to incorporate more with you guys. So yeah, and I think moving forward, a lot of my readings are going to be really focused on you, because that's what's important. And I feel like when you can do that, I don't know where I heard this from, but I heard this somewhere, like if you make space for God, or you learn how to spend time with God in your period of singleness or your period of separation or whatever, that'll show God that you're ready, because God's not going to give you something that's going to take him further away from him. He wouldn't do that. Like, he wants to get closer to you. Like Nicole said, God will never steer you wrong. He's not going to do that. So, yeah, I think that's where I want to leave it. I'm going to go and hang out with my family and go watch some fireworks. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. And thank you so much for the donation that was made. I really, really, really appreciate that. Like I said before, tonight's the last night that I'm going to be doing the $50 off on the quarter by quarter 2019 spreads. And right now I'm offering $35 personal guidance spread. So if you're wanting to kind of see where you need to be at right now for like January for you, then check that out. It's going to be a good year, guys. I'm excited. So have a good night. Again, Happy New Year's, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.